Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, guys.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Hope you're all doing well. Just a quick word. Look, right now we are in some seriously trying times, and we truly hope that everyone is staying safe and we continue to unite in the face of all this negativity. Please stay strong and look after each other, and we hope that something will give and everything will get better. But that's all we want to say about that.
Yeah.
So, please look after each other and stay strong.
Please. Stay safe, people.
All right.
Okay, moving on.
If you didn't already know.
Yes.
Straight in. Street Fighter 5.
Street Fighter 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you'd like this one.
Okay, all right.
All right. You ready?
Here we go. Right, let me just get prepped. Okay.
There ain't going to be no Street Fighter 6 this year. There ain't going to be no announcements of Street Fighter 6 this year because they announced Season 5 of Street Fighter 5
They did what?
this year. 5 new characters, which they put Roman numerals, V new characters. 5 new characters, 3 new stages. This will be the final season.
Right. Okay.
They're
going a little bit poetic with this one. With the V
yeah,
and the
they're doing it.
It's the final season.
It's edgy, bro.
What are we going to get? Oh, fuck.
So they are doing another season. They've just announced it. It's a big deal, apparently.
Right.
Apparently.
Okay.
So
five characters.
5 characters, 3 new stages. And this is Season 5, Season V. So talk about dragging it out. But let's see what they can do.
They didn't plan this shit.
No,
There's
they will. So they said...
There is nothing about this that says to me, all right, guys, like they were at, we know what we're doing. Like, no, I don't get that
they
impression.
do say, right, here's the quote. We know our players are wondering what's next for Street Fighter 5. So we have some exciting news to share. Due to the positive reception to Season 4 and Champion Edition...
What?
We are planning to do a final Season 5.
They didn't fucking
which will add 5 more fighters to the roster. 3 new stages are also being planned. That's all for now. We'll be back later this summer to share more details regarding the new content coming to Street Fighter 5. For now, please continue to enjoy everything included in the Champion Edition. That's from the CapcomUnity.com.
I'm sorry, but there is nothing about that says to me they know what they're talking about.
No?
Like with the positive reception of the Champion Edition
and Season 4.
And Season 4, you only need to go in a few comment sections to realize what people are really feeling about the Champion Edition. And they want to try and turn around and no, I'm sorry, I'm going to get on I'm going to get on my box about it.
So apparently they were like, "Rah, we did so well, we smashed the life out of it."
Did you, Capcom, yeah?
That we're going to do another one.
Yeah, you're going to introduce some more dialogue combos.
Oh my god. It's 5 characters as well.
Oh my god. Listen to me. If at least 2 of those characters aren't some interesting legacy characters, like say, I don't know, Fei Long, for example.
Dudley, for
example.
Yeah.
If it's not any one of those from legacy, I don't want to hear it. I will allow you 2 legacy and 3 new, and one of those 3 new can't be dial a combo in it. And you guys know what I'm talking about if you're up on your Street Fighter 5, right?
Do you want me to leave? Do you need a minute?
I think look.
I mean, I get it, bro. It's touchy.
I'm sorry, man. That was a little bit of prickly heat.
Yeah, I reckon we should close that door quick. But Capcom are pulling another madness with this new season. I mean, look, the problem you have now is that if they were to announce Street Fighter 6,
right,
it would have to be next gen.
Yeah, it would be.
They can't release it now, so it kind of makes sense for them to go, okay, we kind of want to, keep kicking this horse, this dead horse, and add another one. Now, people still enjoy the game. I'm sure it's got a great community, but it's just been mired with issues, and you kind of wonder why they didn't cut their losses and go, look, we're not doing anything else. We're going to do Street Fighter 6, and we're going to do it better for PS5 or for the next gen, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that maybe they already had this, and they were like, okay, let's just see if we can get anything else out of this before it really does close. Because once PS4 is wrapped, Street Fighter 5 is wrapped.
True.
So I'm sure they're just kind of wringing the towel to try and get as much as they can.
Just squeezing it a little bit more. And then probably after Season 5, it's going to be the Super Champion Edition.
The Swan Song Edition.
They're going to charge like £60 for it.
It has everything in it.
Yeah. And it is... Anyway, I'm going to leave that.
All right, moving on.
Yeah, quickly.
Electronic Arts holds the license for NFL.
Right.
For the Madden series.
Right.
And, it's EA Sports. It's all there.
Yeah.
And it's in the game. So for the longest time, everybody's been crying out because EA have kind of been taking the piss a little bit with the Madden franchise.
Yes.
With things like just carrying over to the next year and charging more and all the all the little bits in the money grabbing maneuvers that they've been doing.
Yeah.
So everyone was hoping that once the contract came to a close, it would open the room up for other people to do things. Maybe 2K could get involved.
Okay.
To have a crack at the franchise.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
No.
They renewed a new deal through season 2025.
Wow. Okay.
So they ain't going nowhere. And it's really sad because this was really a great opportunity for... I mean, I kind of feel like the NFL as an organization probably don't really care. They're kind of like, well, we have the sport to worry about. EA, just deal with it. Like, sign a contract, give us the money, whatever.
Yeah.
And you can crack on. So I don't think they see it as an especially important part of their organization. But it's just such a shame because I feel like another company probably could have done a bit of a better job.
Yeah.
Especially creatively, mechanically, ethically.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But yeah, so that happened. So they renewed a new deal.
Oh, man.
It's very disappointing. You should see Angry Joe's YouTube. He went mental.
Oh, really?
Oh, man, it was amazing. Cyberpunk. So recently, Cyberpunk released 4 to 5 seconds of gameplay. And the internet blew their load.
I mean, this is one of the rare times that, well, not rare times, but this is one of the times that I love the internet where, you can show them just a little bit of a leg, a little bit of game footage.
Oh, God.
And it's
like Jared Leto out of Lord of War. It's like, come on, guys. And it looks great. Don't get me wrong. I watched it, but I'm not sitting there going, just a little more, man. Just an extra 2 seconds. Just give me 2 seconds, man. What you got for me? It's like, no.
They've turned into proper fiends.
Stop. But no, I mean, look, it looks great. It's on their Twitter. It's on the Mad Max Fury Road 5th anniversary.
Yep.
And it's out in the deserts. It's a Wraith gang car.
Yeah.
If you want to see it, look into it. It is pretty cool. But
I mean, to be fair, for a shot that was just rotating around for like about 4 or 5 seconds, I mean, I got excited.
I know, don't get me wrong, but it's just funny that everyone was like, "Oh my god!" It's like it's down the road, man. It comes out soon. Like it's okay. So there was that. Great news for CD Projekt Red. Two great bits of news.
Ah, yes, of course.
I mean, this happened quite. The first bit was that they are now officially the most valuable game company in Europe, overtaking Ubisoft.
They've overtaken Ubisoft.
Now, there's a thing where they're saying whether it's completely confirmed, but they basically are now, based on their 5 licenses, 4 of which are... No, all of them are Witcher based.
Pretty much.
Witcher 1, 2, 3, Gwent, Thronebreaker.
Yes.
Right? So 5, right? They are now the most valued gaming company in Europe, which is massive.
That's fascinating, considering really, they got one title.
Yeah. They've done one thing for a very long time. But what a thing.
Yeah, put all the love and attention into it. And look where they've come now.
Yeah, they've put a lot into it. And it's kind of amazing how they've done it. I mean,
haven't they just confirmed 50 million copies sold now for...
Well, that's the second thing. It's got to a point now where they have officially said that they have sold 50 million copies of The Witcher 3.
That's fascinating.
That's insane because that game came out quite a long time ago.
Yeah.
And, obviously they got the resurgence.
Because that was previous gen, wasn't it? Was it previous gen?
No.
It was the beginning. Yeah, it was the beginning of the... Right, yeah.
So, it was right early days, but it was still there. And it's gotten to a point now where... this game, that doesn't normally happen.
No.
Especially, it helps with the Netflix series.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think what helped, give it that renaissance, that resurgence was definitely that series.
Oh, yeah. It's I love that game. It's like top 3 games of all time.
Yeah.
But I'm just really surprised that the game that they released so long ago is still funding all their madness.
Yeah.
They're sitting there like, well, at least we're not worried for money for Cyberpunk.
No.
I wonder if... Well, it puts them in such good stead. Cyberpunk comes out, it's obviously going to do very, very well. And they're going in a different direction. I'm fascinated to see if they continue to bang out huge hits like this.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they don't release a game for 3-4 years at a time.
Yeah.
And when they do, they do. When they bang out a game,
it's gonna be like
it's
real
legit.
deal stuff.
Yeah. And I really respect that.
And the way they handle their the way they handle their marketing as well. It's like, we're gonna give you just this bit here and this bit there, and that's it. You ain't seeing nothing until we say so.
Yeah, and when it's ready, right? That's what they say when it's ready.
Yeah, and they're held in such high regard now that the internet doesn't say anything. There's no demands for any new trailers or anything like that. The internet just says, "All right, look, CD, you do your thing. We trust you. We've got your back."
Just crack on. They're like government funded now. They got some government funding, and they
huge
deals with. Yeah, I mean it's kind of amazing. And they're doing a really good job. Valorant. Riot Games. That drops Tuesday. I am psyched.
Yeah.
They've been dropping some mad trailers.
Yeah, I mean, it does look really nice, to be fair.
The UK got some representation.
Big.
Yeah, huge.
Big teams.
His accent sounds a little South London. You know what I mean? So I was quite happy with that.
Yeah.
So that was cool. It looks great. I'm really psyched to play it. I mean, they've had millions of people play the beta. Yeah. And they dropped all these statistics on their Twitter, so you definitely check it out. I mean, it's they've kicked out 7,000 odd cheaters, and they've fixed 3,000 bugs, and this, that, and the third, and it looks like you can't fault them. It's like, I know where you're coming from. I know you're trying to take my money, but I'm gonna give you my money.
Yeah,
it's really strange. It's kind of like, this looks so good, and you've put so much. Riot Games, I will always say with League of Legends, their animations are always top notch. Their music is always phenomenal.
Yeah.
And they know how to make hype. They know how to hype something.
Right, yeah.
And it's just fascinating with something like Valorant. They've made it so trendy, and it's so global in the way that every character is like from Morocco, from Russia, from Mexico, China, Korea, the UK, Russia, US.
That's a really nice thing to do, man.
It's awesome. And the way they've done it is it's professional. It looks the part. It doesn't feel like it's a cheap cash grab. And I really respect that. So I respond to that really well. So
cool.
Day one, I'm gonna be rinsing that one
straight in there.
So that comes out on the 2nd of June. The PS5 event. That's coming out 4th of June, 8 p.m. GMT.
Cool.
It's gonna be a big one. Apparently, they're saying this is about PS5. This isn't about what Xbox did, which was like Xbox games that play now that you can get on the Xbox Series X. This is like, this is PS5 stuff that you can get on PS5 when you buy a PS5 and play the PS5.
Right.
They're really, really like sticking to their guns on this and saying, this ain't about what you can get now. This is about what you can get later. And I respect that.
I love that. They're going so hard on like just making sure that PS5 is the focus. Like, they're bringing out a brand new next gen big boy console, and they're gonna give it all the love and attention, and it's gonna come through during this event, and we're gonna see that. I'm excited to see it.
It's gonna be great. I'm gonna watch it, and they're really pushing the gameplay thing. I mean, it feels like it's like two brothers that don't like each other. It's like,
okay, you all right, man?
Do you know what I mean? It's like Sony is sitting there going, I'm not going to do anything until he does something.
Yeah.
And then Xbox do something, you go, right, is that it? All right, I'm not worried. And then it all go like, all right, let me show you this real quick. Are you gonna do that? Okay, well, let me just, oh no, wait.
Yeah.
Are you going to do that? Oh yeah, we're not doing that. Like, they just tweak and pivot.
Yeah.
And it's such a fascinating idea. So I hope they come correct. I hope it's not disappointing. Every time they release something that's PS5 based, the last one was all about the tech specs.
It was, yeah.
And okay. But I get it. I mean, it's important and it's cool, but it's also like, this is the first opportunity you're saying anything about the PS5, and that's what you choose to go with.
Yeah.
I was expecting a bit more hype.
But then again, I suppose, they may have been smart in, excuse me, saving all of that big boy, big gun hype for the event that's coming up.
True, and that's why, and I think,
at least I hope so.
They were waiting for Xbox to drop the ball, unfortunately, as well.
Yeah, and I mean, poor Xbox.
Every time, man.
I mean, what were you doing with those Zoom backgrounds? Anyway.
Yeah. So that happened.
Yeah.
And finally, Last of Us State of Play.
Yes.
You didn't watch it, did you? You wanted
No, because truth be told to all you guys out there, and anyone can testify to this, I'm the guy that I will watch trailers for something up to a certain point. It's usually the penultimate trailer or the last trailer before the IP is dropped that I don't want to watch anything.
Because you feel like it might give too much away?
Feels like it might give too much away. I feel as though it's going to take away from my excitement of receiving the game.
I respect that.
Do you know what I mean?
I respect that. I think I am... Oh, in the face of all this, you know...
I like to reserve a little bit of innocent ignorance, I suppose.
No, absolutely. I think in the face of all these things about the leaks and all that stuff and these just terrible things that are going on with these games and obviously the crunch stuff and all this negativity, it's hard. But I still want to look at it and I want to appreciate the work that goes into it. And it's nice to see how Neil Druckmann and those guys are pushing stuff forward.
I mean, I've got every faith in Naughty Dog that this game is just going to do bits.
Yeah, this is the other thing.
No problem.
Why do this now, weeks before the game came out? We're going to buy it anyway. Like, surely they know that. They're not scrambling for sales. It's going to be one of those things. It's like, we're already sold. I already gave you my money. Like,
yeah. I bought the Steelbook. I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's curious. I mean, maybe it was just a deal with Sony and Sony going, look, we want to put something out.
Yeah.
And it looked great. Obviously, they've put so much love into it and so much time. It's dark. It feels a lot darker than the first one.
Oh man, that's right, man.
And brutal.
Yeah, man. Give it to me.
Like holy, yeah. Like it was. You know, you felt the hits.
Yeah.
This is one of those lights off, headphones on.
Yeah.
You know, crank it to 11, shut the door, and get into it.
Yeah, you get into your atmosphere for this one, so 100%. You can really soak it up. You know,
100%.
I'm looking forward to it. I cannot wait for this thing.
So that comes out on the 19th of June. It is round the corner.
Yeah, man.
So that's kind of it, really. That's if you didn't already know. Yeah, we did that in good time. I feel good about that one.
Yeah, that was cool.
So today, I felt like I had a question for you.
Okay, question for me. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was playing Apex as I do.
As you do.
And after season 1, I put it down for a while, and I realized I was putting a lot of time into it. So I was like, I need to step away from this, and I started picking up MK11, and I played MK11, and I liked it for a long time.
Yeah.
And then Aftermath came out, and I can't justify paying the money.
Right.
So I felt weirdly lost. I was like, I'm going to let me play Apex. I've been playing other games. You know, I've been playing Plague Tale Innocence and other games that have come up on Steam. I played, I'm playing Dragon Quest and I'm playing all these other games. Anyway, I felt like I needed to get back into Apex. So
why is that?
Rallied the troops and we started playing Apex again. And I love it. Like, I get into it so much. And the funny thing is, I'm like, I want to get good at this game. Like, right now, out of my mates that we roll deep with in the game, I'm definitely the least, because I stepped away and they didn't. So they're like level 100 odd, 100 and something odd.
Right.
And I'm level like 50 something.
Yeah.
And there is this weird want to be great at it, to be very, very good.
To be great at it?
Well, just to be very good, you know, to be able to hold my own and feel like you're not being carried in the game a lot. And there are times when I have good games, like I played today and we got a champion and it was great. But I know that I'm nowhere near as good as the two guys that I play with.
Right.
But I have such a good time.
Yeah.
It's such a riot.
Yeah.
And I find it interesting that I have to have a game that is my game. Like, that game is what I play. This is the game I want to be good at. Now, usually these are the kind of things that multiplayer games that people have.
Yeah.
So I realized that most people that play games, it used to be back in the day that playing games was a hobby.
Yes.
I play games, I play video games.
Yeah.
And, you know, back in the day, it was like, oh, okay, nerdy. Now, not so much. Now, people are growing up with consoles in their homes. Yep. Male and female.
Yep.
So, you know, girls aren't looking at, oh, you know, he's got a console, he plays games. There isn't that anymore.
No.
We've grown up with consoles in our homes now. People use them as, like, media stations, right?
Yeah.
I realize now, everybody plays games. Playing the game is not the hobby anymore. The hobby is the game that you focus on within the gaming world. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Break it down. Okay. So, like, you, for example, you play a lot of games. You're looking forward to The Last of Us. You're going to play Ghost of Tsushima. You're going to play Cyberpunk.
I'm playing the shit out of them.
Yeah. But my point is, we all know that you are a Street Fighter guy. I know that you are going to be playing Street Fighter because you are A, good at it, B, want to be good at it, and C, you need to take some names every now and again.
Yeah.
But you understand, like, it's one of those things. It is your game. You are in the dojo. You are grinding. It is something you practice.
Yeah.
Like a hobby, right?
Yeah.
Within the gaming world.
Yeah.
I've got mates who don't play a lot of games. They play a bit of NBA. Mm-hmm. They play a bit of this. They play a bit of that. I know that he will be on Apex. And this is the kind of thing where if he has a cheeky half an hour, he'll bang 2 rounds of Apex and he's out.
Wow.
Right? So, but he plays games. He plays lots of different games, but he will always go, if I have time, I'll bang an Apex game to keep my skills fresh. Same with another brother that I roll with in Apex, who I played with this morning when we got the champion.
Yeah.
Incredible first-person shooter gamer. He is on it. And carries me a lot in these games.
Really?
He's going to love it now I said this. But it's one of those things that's like, he's so much fun to play. It's so much fun to play with him because he's not one of those people that will reprimand you. He's like, all right, it's kind of annoying, but it's fun. But we have a good time.
Yeah.
And we have a habit of turning them into like 80s war movies where it's like an 80s action movie where everything's overacted and we start adding lines. It's amazing. But his game is Apex.
Right.
He plays all other games, but he plays Apex. Someone else, Mortal Kombat, someone else, Street Fighter, someone else, Crucible, someone else. Do you know, like Crucible only just came out, but there are people there that are already like, I think Crucible might be my thing.
Yeah, they're gravitated towards it. They're velcroing to it.
Valorant, the same thing. Daily rewards and weekly rewards that come up in these games make people come back. And the more they come back, the more they play the game, the more time they put in, the better they get. And then it becomes a routine. It becomes a habit. And that's their game. You can't do that for like multiple games. Like you can jump between Warzone and Apex. They're kind of similar. They're very different. Yeah. But it's a first-person shooter. It's a battle royale. You know, you get the gist.
Yeah.
But they're kind of the same. You couldn't. I don't see someone playing MK11. It's their game. They're going to spend more time than that. They may dabble when their mates are online.
Yeah.
But they're going to play that.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why now? But before I certainly didn't experience people having a game that they played that they were the master at. Maybe N64 GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, that kind of stuff. Yeah. But only really when multiplayer really started kicking in, people had a game.
Yeah.
And that was their jam. They were like, I am from the school of Street Fighter.
Yeah.
You know, I need to get in the dojo for an hour today just to make sure that I want to test this out. I want to test that out.
Yeah.
When did that happen? Why did that happen?
That's a really interesting one, actually.
Sorry, I went on for a bit there.
No, not at all. It could be a combination of things. I mean, you just touched on something now about how, you know, the weekly rewards and the daily rewards that these games are now offering as standard.
Yeah, the challenges, right?
You know, may be contributing to that. But do we feel as though that? Because I don't know if it's the only thing. Like I can say, I mean, obviously you know that I grew up with Street Fighter, but then, you know, in my past there were other games that I approached like that. For example, Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. Yeah. And to a greater extent as well, Mario Kart Double Dash, which I will say is the definitive Mario Kart. After the Super Nintendo, somebody at me in it. Like I can.
Yeah, but that's the thing. So again, but we're getting back to, I think if someone says I'm a G at Mario Kart, that's my thing. That's that's my game. Yeah. So yeah, where is that come from? Like,
I don't know. There's just something that is, you know, when you find that game, and especially when it's a game that is multiplayer as well, that you can play with your friends or challenge your friends at. You know, when you when it was Mario Kart Double Dash back in the day, you know, I played that game a heck of a lot, like throughout university and beyond. And with Mario Kart, it was only 4 people, right? Mm-hmm. You could only have 4 people. So it was always the same 4 of us that were playing. And it's kind of like what you were just saying about, was it Apex with your friend who's really, really good, but he's carried you somewhat, in a way. When I was playing Mario Kart, there were people that were better than me at it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So then, for some reason, like, I knew that I enjoyed it. I knew that I loved Mario Kart, especially having played the original Super Nintendo edition, right?
Yeah.
I knew that I loved this game. But I also knew that I didn't want to be no chump.
Yeah. Do you think it's a competitive edge that makes people focus so hard? Like, I don't want to get into this game and be rubbish at it.
Yeah. There is definitely a competitive edge to it that, that says to people, or that makes people say to themselves, I don't want to be bad at this. Especially when you've got games that are as involving and as inviting as games like, say, Apex or Mario Kart, or what Crucible looks like.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. It looks like a very inviting game. Like, I want to play it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Valorant, another one.
Valorant as
they're
well.
All free as well, so it's not. You don't really have I can't play that because I can't.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's like I could download that now and play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
But I think what's interesting about all these games that I've just mentioned is that there is not a degree. It's really funny. There's not a degree of seriousness about the game itself. So the games that are being presented are not necessarily elitist. However, the players themselves, they start going into an elitist mentality.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They come hard and they're like, right, I'm gonna shoot this boy.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna blue shell this boy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And the other guy's like, well, no, fuck that. Like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Is that competitive aggression.
Yeah.
And I find it funny that, people are playing games like it's their profession now.
Yeah.
Do you know? Like, it's a case of, I'm going to jump into the game, have a bit of a laugh and get out. It's not that anymore.
No.
Especially in games like, Dota or League of Legends.
Yeah.
You're in a game and some of the teammates are like, oh, you're going to throw this match? Yeah, I needed this game. And it's like,
really?
Yo, what are you doing over there? Bot lane, no. And like, they're kicking off, right?
Yeah.
And it's the same with, I the first thing I do is always mute people on Apex, right? Yeah. But you can see people like, you're in a team of people and you land, they're going to grab all the stuff around you first.
Yeah.
Or, sometimes you get good players and they understand they need to go and, we're all on the same team.
Yeah.
But some people really struggle with, they're on my team, so I should probably let them have a gun because it's easier than me having to res them because I have to. I can't survive on my own.
Yeah.
But there is that competitive edge of, I want to be the best.
Yeah.
This is my profession. I put hours into this.
Of course. And do you know what? That hasn't, sorry to cut you off, but that hasn't really, I don't feel that's changed much since the days of Mario Kart.
No, but I think the difference is there wasn't so much team-based sports back in the day.
No, there wasn't. But there was always that thing of like, as soon as the bell went, as soon as the race started, it was a race of who's getting to that first question mark box.
Or GoldenEye, it was like, no odd job, slappers only.
Oh my god,
slappers only, no odd job.
Get odd job out the game.
And like, no odd job, you can't. It's just not fair.
Yeah, so it wasn't.
And it didn't show skill if you were odd job because no one. Innit? Like,
if you pardon.
It didn't show skill, right? I said it. What? So we used to have that thing. No, and you did slappers only or one shot kill, and you do. No odd job, and that was just the rules.
Yeah,
and it's like in Apex, you have to respect the dibs.
Yeah,
if someone pings a gun and you dibs it,
you
have to respect the dibs. But people don't from their own team.
Wow,
because they are so focused, or maybe they're just they want to be better, and they want to be the best.
Yeah,
that they're blinkered to team mentality, or I don't know. It's the same with people in Mortal Kombat. Who are just Scorpion and they play Scorpion and that's their character and if they were forced to play anybody else, they won't play. They'll back out. It's intense now. It really hasn't gotten to a point of like laser focused.
Yeah. It's evolved now.
Yeah.
It's evolved into an entirely different thing. I mean, when I think back in the days of four mates sitting in a room playing Mario Kart, somebody's come first and then obviously there has to be a second, third and fourth.
Yeah.
And no one's really saying it, but there's beef. Do you know what
Especially
I mean?
if like that, the in America when you had catch up logic, you're at the back and suddenly that bray gets a lightning thing.
Yeah.
And everybody's sworn, he starts zipping up. You're like, everybody's game up. Yeah, that guy can leave.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. It was
you could feel the air in the room just It was a certain way.
It got bad. You know when it got bad when you're playing Mario Kart and the game ended, no one said anything, but the guy with the controller was just like, next match. Like, just went straight into the next one.
Yeah.
Click, 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 bing.
Yeah.
And then it would be like, and you're like, right, okay, we're doing this again. Yeah. Okay, jeez.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and it's, it's the same feeling in things like Warzone or Apex when you're the one that keeps getting downed.
Yeah.
And they have to keep rezzing you. You're like, God, what is going on? Get your head in the game, Tones. Like it's this thing of, come on. And then I kind of shake it off, and you stop playing. You're like, oh my God, I'm talking to myself like, this is for the championship. Like you're about to, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
Everybody has that game. Even I'm like, I want to get good at, I want to put more time into Apex. I'm going to put more time so I get better and I can. Why? Like,
but do you not feel that when you tell yourself that, because
and Crucible,
we do tell ourselves that, but that invites tilt. And it's something that I've mentioned on the previous podcast as well. But when you're putting so much of your, you found that game. You found the game that you really want to just sit in the cut and groove at. You know what I mean? But when you can't get that straight away.
Oh, and when you're trying to get yourself out of the pit, especially in like ranked games of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man,
it gets emotional.
Sweaty.
It gets emotional.
Especially in, ranked games of any kind, but like I would remember with games like Street Fighter, and you see the style of play change as you start to claw your way out of the pit.
Yeah.
As people start mashing buttons, and then it becomes this thing, but you have to earn that. Yeah. And to earn that, you need to focus, and to focus, you need to practice, and to practice, you need to play, and to play, that's your game.
That's your game.
So is that where it comes from? Do you think?
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, it's it does come down to, you really want to be good at this thing. You got to put all of yourself into it.
You got to put in work.
You got to put in the shift.
But that's just so funny that games have gotten to that point.
Yeah.
Where it's like, if you want to play this game, you better put in work. Maybe, look, that's the ultimate business dream, isn't it?
I suppose so.
Play this game a lot and you'll be good at it. This is the get good culture, right? If you want to be, but then it's like, you want to be good at your job. Nah, I want to be good at Apex. No, you better put in that work. And it's like, but that mentality is so much more, because you probably enjoy playing games more than you do going to work. Yeah. So you obviously put more into it, but the desire to be good. And that thing is everywhere now. I got a mate that was, he plays NBA 2K, like a crazy person. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, all them games, all them multiplayers. Dead by Daylight,
yeah. You've touched on that recently, haven't you?
Man, I tell you what, Dead by Daylight. Just to digress for a second.
Yeah.
So Dead by Daylight is a five-player game,
right?
And it's based on like the classic horrors of past. We didn't touch on it in our horror episode.
No, we didn't.
But it's basically one of those things where there's 4 survivors and a killer. We might have to
do a horror part 2 episode.
We probably will do a horror part 2. Where there's 4 survivors and a killer. Yeah. And the whole point is one player plays the killer, and you can be Mike Myers, you can be Leatherface, you can be Scream, you can. And the whole point is the killer's job is to sacrifice everybody to the entity before the 4 survivors escape.
They actually call it the entity.
The entity.
I think that's brilliant.
And it's this whole thing of like, you catch them, you knock them down, you carry them, and you put them on hooks. And the survivors have to run around starting generators to open the doors to escape. Right. During this time, the killer's running around. Yeah. And they can take their friends off the hooks, and they can, res them and stuff. And I couldn't get a match as a survivor, so I thought it'd be the killer. So I'm this guy called the Trapper, and I was like, let me have a crack at it, because this was for the episode we talked about last week, right? Battle Royale games, multiplayer games, and it was hard. But what made it worse is it put me in a matchmaking where these guys have clearly been playing this game for thousands of hours, right? To the point where they're all dancing around the exit at the end, making me look like a B-movie horror killer.
Any teabaggers? Are there teabaggers?
Yeah, mate. Yeah. Bunch of teabaggers.
I don't know where that culture came from.
And what was funny is you just like, yeah? Is it? Oh, okay, fine. Let's watch this, innit? Let's go. Next match, killer. Next match, killer. Kept happening till finally. Right. I'm in the, they did a Stranger Things patch or whatever, DLC. Yeah. And it's in the Hawkins lab. Yeah. All 4. Got them all.
Really?
Got them all.
Wow, you got emotional.
I got emotional. And that's the thing, because one of them was trying to take
tilt there. Yeah.
One of them, because it was amazing. Because at one point it was near the exit.
Yeah.
I got one on a hook. Can't find the other guy, and one of them is looking at me in the exit.
Right.
And the girl in the exit is going, "Come here, come get me in it, come get me." And I was like, the others must have. I don't know where the other ones is, but let me see. So I was like, I'll get near her.
Yeah, this sounds like a bait.
Yeah, so I'll get near her, so she'll run off, and then she's gone, and there's only one left.
Yeah.
Minus the one on the hook. I get near her and I'm like, let me just check, turn around. My man's taking her off the hook and is running for the exit. And they're all teabagging. And as they get out, I bush one. She goes down and I managed to sacrifice her.
Nice.
But it was like, I'm being a survivor. I don't want to be a survivor. And instantly my mentality is, these guys take the piss. I demand justice.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to be good at this so that I can... And it's amazing how they get you with that.
Wow.
I mean, it might just be me. You know what I'm saying? It might just be me. But it was super fascinating to have this thing of, I'm going to play this game more because I want to get good at it.
Well, it's tapping into that same mentality again,
exactly.
Right? You are versing like four other players.
It's 4 other players, yeah.
And it's kind of, unless you ultimately come out on top, because you have to, you're going to be made to feel like the bottom of the pile. So you're going to be thinking, no, fucking hell, I need to be good at this.
Yeah.
I need to be good at this.
Or at least I don't win. Solid average.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I just found that interesting because I realized that almost everybody has their one.
Yeah.
I'll play this game, but then I'm going to come back to play this game.
Yeah.
And we do.
Yeah.
And then I asked around, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, I'll play this or I'll play that." Dead by Daylight, Apex, Crucible, Overwatch, PUBG, and whatever.
Yeah.
Like everybody's got the multiplayer game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where they go out into the world and they show their stuff.
Yeah.
I just thought it was fascinating. It's gotten to a point now where everyone plays games, but everybody's got their one hobby.
Yeah, their one thing that they go back to. That's their groove.
Are you playing a lot recently?
I mean, I'm still toying around with Final Fantasy VII because I'm going back through the game again.
Yeah, you're trying to get all the stuff, right?
I'm getting all the manuscripts. I just finally beat Bahamut on hard mode.
Nice.
Jesus, what a fight! I only did that with Cloud and Tifa. My setup was
I haven't done that yet.
My setup was dope though. It was a good setup. But yeah, I'm just here's the thing. I'm kind of biding my time with that until The Last of Us comes out.
So, okay, so you do The Last of Us, and then what? You're gonna go back to Street Fighter?
Yeah, I'll probably give Street Fighter a little bit of a reinstall.
It's such a love-hate relationship with you, isn't it?
I'm telling you, we need to go to a therapist. We need to go to marriage counselling.
I think all of it is founded on disappointment. The want to be better. It's not like you're bashing on it, but you want it to be better.
I just want it to be better.
You're a fan.
Yeah, I am a fan. I'm a lifelong fan at that. So I want them to give them the love. I want them to give it the love and attention it deserves. Not just put out a game for the simple fact that, well, people are going to play it because they're lifelong fans. Don't do that to us.
Yeah, that definitely feels like the thing.
Yeah.
It's a Street Fighter, people will buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so sad.
Yeah, it is. But, I hold out hope. I mean, there's a whole other generation coming.
Oh, yeah? Fresh meat.
We'll see what happens with Street Fighter 6, you know what I mean?
Man.
We'll see.
I can't imagine. I'm hoping that it's going to be, something new, something different.
Yeah. I would hope that they've realized the mistakes that they've made with this one. Not to, end it on a Street Fighter note, but yeah, I think I would hope that they look at this one and say, okay, yeah, we kind of fucked that up a little bit. So this is what we'll do. We'll take a leaf out of Guilty Gear's book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this what we're going into? What you want?
It's selfishly what I want.
Okay.
What I think will be good for everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear it.
Not megalomaniacal at all, but
okay. Sure.
But look at games like Dragon Ball FighterZ and Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
Look at those animations.
Oh yeah, I mean anything by Arc System Works is just
they are incredible,
unbelievable,
anime focused, just slick looking animations.
100%.
Right.
Yep.
Even if they just did that, I'll be like, fine, you can have my 60 quid. You know.
Oh, if they changed if they ground up changed the aesthetic of Street Fighter, even I would buy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would start the grind in the pit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And just come with more honest risk reward system. You know, doing the dailies, doing the weeklies. Not so much of the advertising kind of thing that they pulled with.
Oh, the Capcom, the Capcom Pro Tour.
The Capcom Pro Tour, because it just, then at that point, it just felt very, very, for me anyway, it just felt very, very corporate and just didn't feel like the game that I grew up with. It didn't feel like the game that I bought upon its release. It just turned into something else, and not in a good way. It just turned into a corporate cash cow. In a sense.
It did feel like that, especially towards the end, because it was like they knew they'd get the initial money of the game releasing, and then as it started to trickle off with all the mistakes, then all the issues that they had, they were like, "What else can we do?" And then it was like, "We're gonna have to start just resorting to advertising."
Exactly.
Which is just heartbreaking, really. Cause,
it is. You know, it's just kind of soul destroying a little bit.
You should stay away from that.
Yeah. But I am well interested to see what they're gonna do with their V season.
Oh God.
Yeah.
just, I mean, it's
just lay it on me. Come on, then.
Come on, but it even feels like they're going, yeah, we got this stuff, so we'll put it out. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't feel like, hey, we got this thing, we're really pumped to put it out. It's really goes like, oh well, season 4 did pretty well actually. So
yeah, right.
You got what, John? Yeah, you got 5 in the back. Yeah. Oh yeah, we weren't going to use it, but fucking we'll put it out. Yeah. So that kind of feels how. That's kind of how it feels.
Mm.
You know what time it is?
Oh,
we're there.
Are we there now?
We're there.
Oh, wow.
Piano's playing.
Ah, yes.
It's good today. Happy hour at the Jazz Barcade.
Okay, let me just.
Sun's going down.
Let me just get my favorite armchair.
Yeah, you got that special booth.
I've got that special booth.
You got that special booth in the back.
Make sure my candle's lit.
Oh, your candles, yeah?
That's
the thing. Season's got to come start lighting the candles. So we're in the Jazz Barcade.
All right.
Everything's looking fresh. Music, piano playing in the back.
Okay.
Everything's feeling good.
Okay, I feel good.
Smooth.
I feel relaxed.
The big man walks in.
The big man.
Kratos. He walks in.
Kratos walks into the bar.
Axe on the side.
Holy shit.
And he stares. What's he ordering? Tell me.
What Kratos is ordering?
Yeah.
Man, he is ordering the biggest jug of ale.
Ale?
Yeah.
Straight up. What, are we talking something specific? What, a bit of Doom Bar?
I think a Doom Bar, because he can handle it. He can handle it.
You know what? Doom Bar is like my favourite.
Is that your favourite?
Oh, man. I can't do too much of it, man, because I'll just bloat.
Really? Oh, jeez.
So we're saying Doom Bar for...
It's going to be something
like that.
You know, you ain't got time for whiskey. You ain't got time for anything fancy.
It's going to be like, if it was going to be an ale, it's going to be something with like a really strong name, like Bastard's Wealth.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Just call it that.
Yeah, something horrible like Infinite Blood or Squirrel Death.
Yeah, just something just really hard and
like
disgusting.
rock and roll. Yeah.
You know, doesn't mind
Squeal
that he's got
guts.
drips of it in his beard and whatnot, because he ain't drinking it. He's just gonna slosh it back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
get most of it over his face.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Cool. So a jug of Bastard's Wealth.
If you want Bastard's Wealth, you can contact us on Twitter and we'll send them to you. No, I'm joking. But so a bit of Bastard's Wealth, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that might be a thing. We're gonna have to start running with that.
We're gonna have to run with that. I think that's a little call right there. It's a good call. It's a good call.
All right, nice and easy today.
Yeah,
I like that. That was cool. All right, guys. As always, thank you so much. We are so appreciative of everyone that keeps giving us feedback and being so loving and supporting to us. It is amazing. You can follow us on Instagram at tonesandthebiz, Twitter at tonesandthebiz, and we are on YouTube now.
YouTube at Tones and the Biz.
At Tones and the Biz. You just type in Tones and the Biz and you will see we've added little clips of some of the games that we're playing whilst we're talking on top of the lovely little graphic that we've added.
Yep.
And you can hit us up on there. We're on Spotify and iTunes as always. We are no longer on SoundCloud. So we won't be on there anymore. But please leave a review on iTunes if you listen to it on there. And if not, just bang us a message. If you have anyone that you want to see in the Jazz Barcade, please let us know.
And
we'll do our best.
Absolutely. And guys, with YouTube, feel free to hit up those comment sections. Start a conversation, give us some suggestions, but remember, always keep it classy.
No douchebag policy, yeah. That's what we say. And I hate to say it, but push the subscribe button.
Yeah, just push that.
I respect it. Yeah. I appreciate you.
Yeah, takes a second. Not even a second, just go.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening, and we will speak to you next week.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers.
Take care.